selling. Right, because when you were able to do that, now you have to do that by hand, save you time, and then you know, okay, we need so-and-so and such as we're going to go on this inventory. So let's order this. Let's not order everything. Because we don't need everything. We just need these items. So that UPC code, eventually what happened? That's all you use. It was a scanner. Right. And then when you go to pay at self-checkout, they have you either put the credit card on there or you have a scanner. So they're getting everybody ready for it.
Man, you were ordered.
You were ordered. And then the thing about it, that microchip is not just only set up to buy or sell. It's set up to gather information, to identify you. And then what they're doing now, which we've been saying before, is that they're telling you, well, you have three things: keys, wallet, and your phone. But if you get this device, you don't have to carry those things.
It's going to all be at once.
Right. It's convenient.
Oh, and your ID, your identification.
Yeah.
You lose your license, you lose, your social security card.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about going in.
Going to the selling point.
So that basically ties to peace and safety. That's the safety part that ain't nobody steal your identity.
Right.
Nobody steal your keys, your wallet, your cell phone.
Just in your wallet. So now, we're pretty much done with that. You know, because there's a lot more in there, but we're just going to hit the surface, we're going to the article, and then y'all got it. Because, you know, as we speak right now, they're trying to get in America with a national ID. Now they're saying by, I don't know if the date already came in and went. On the real ID, you won't be able to type it.
Already passed and made.
But
they still allow people to do it.
Exactly. But eventually they're saying if you don't have your real ID, you ain't going to be able to fly. You know, or travel. You ain't going to be able to get on a plane. You ain't going to be able to get on a bus.
Deadline was made. They still
nothing. And then, if you notice, I don't know if all you brothers on your license, right? Well, no, the expiration date on the license. I don't know if it's everybody, but the license plate expiration is 2028.
That's on mine too.
Yeah, because when I went and got mine renewed, I think it was 2020, and they renewed it for 8 years, 22 years, because around that time, that's when they plan on trying to cut everything down. No? 2028, yeah.
Yeah, that's when they plan on rolling that system out. I believe the actual deadline for the real ID, you need to get it now, but the deadline is next year. Next year, where they're going to actually start enforcing. You know, right now it's voluntary. It's voluntary. It's not mandatory. When they say compulsory, you know, they like to use those euphemisms. You know, euphemism. I'm not sure. Got it. Now you got it, brother. You got it. Yeah, they like to use these words that mean the same thing, but most of the people don't understand what it means. Right. Basically, it's mandatory.
Yeah.
You know.
And then that's what this article is about. We go to it, you know.
Yeah, the same article, I did a lesson on it too.
Okay, beautiful.
A couple days back when it came out. This is from biometricupdate.com. So they track all the news on biometrics, as far as finance, fintech, brain chips, anything to do with you merging yourself with machines. They're gonna update you. So this is an article from biometricupdate.com. Mexico makes biometric identifier mandatory for all citizens.
So pretty much, at one point, they're going to have it to be voluntary.
Right.
And how do we know biblically that it's going to be made mandatory eventually? Because you're going to have those that resist that are going to be beheaded. So, first is voluntary. Majority of the world is going to get it through deception. Through necessity.
Just like the 19.
Yeah.
A lot of people got it through what they accept. And then they had rappers, singers coming out doing songs about it.
Rock the boat.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Yeah. The hot boys come out with a song. So that's how they gonna do it with the MOTD, but they gonna dress it up more nicely. You know, look what I can do. You know, look what I can do.
Yeah, and they're gonna be more forceful too, to the point where the whole 19 thing, they ain't put nobody to death. They ain't grab nobody up. And chop their heads off. They gonna do that in this time. They gonna grab people up. They gonna chop people's heads off. They gonna be running into people's houses with the bayonet. And they'll shoot individuals, you know, for not complying.
Yeah.
Well, then Trump said he wanted to bring back the firing squad.
And the guillotine. You know, it said, I'm gonna read the article. It says Mexico has officially introduced a digital identification system by signing a law that turned the previous optional biometric-based citizen
optional. You gotta read that again. It made it mandatory. They put a law in there, right, to, you know, reverse the one that was, you know, not mandatory, voluntary. See, now they're making it mandatory.
Where's the option?
Correct.
I think they amended that law.
There you go. You know, now that's Mexico, not America, but who got that whole ball rolling? America. Because America happens to be what? The world trade center of the world.
Going back to Jeremiah, Babylon had became a golden cutter. Lord damn.
Well, nations had drunken and every nation's a mess. So now they're scrambling, but you're going to have to play the game.
That's it.
Oh, it is so bad because Mexico president is a small hat woman. You know, so they climb their way up into all. Yeah, they climb their way up into all of government, all the way to the top.
She's Amalekite.
Yeah, she's Amalek.
Shine bomb.
I mean,
I think
her
I
dad,
know that shine bomb.
but that's all we need.
Her dad goes back, I think he's a Polish.
Yeah.
A Polish small hat. All right, it says, Mexico has officially introduced a digital identification system by signing a law that turned the previous optional biometric-based citizen code into a mandatory document for all citizens.
Right, that's why I said that Revelation 3:10 is going to be a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
Because when they get the system in place, right, or should I say make it mandatory, people ain't going to have no other option. You either got to take the device, or you get
They're going to be X'd out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And eventually, they're going to do their thing.
What do I say? To be killed.
Yeah, Revelation, exactly. Yeah, we're not bow down and worship the image, you know, should be killed.
Yeah.
Basically, they're not going to grab you over and just kill you, which they can do that too, but they're going to shut you out of the system to where you can't provide for yourself. So eventually, you die, you know?
What was that black word? I remember the social credit score.
Yeah, with black.
Like you know, your ability to get a job and all that based upon your credit score.
Right.
And you had to kiss people's ass pretty much to be able to get likes. And if people had thumbs down on you, you know, that shit would affect you, and eventually you be in the poorhouse.
Cast out society.
Yeah.
Well, they do that on certain levels even now. If you get canceled, you say something that's against the status quo, they'll cancel you. If you have a business, they'll attack your Yelp and give you all, 1 star, bad reviews. To where if you would have had a bustling business, you can go out of business within a month. You know, because people, pretty much cancel you. So Esau, the government's going to actually have that power to cancel you. If you don't want to get busy with the system. It says, okay,
I had 3 and 10. Go ahead. That's Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Read it again.
Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right, because people can go without clothes, People could go without a home. People could go without a car. They can go without a lot of things.
They can't go without
One thing they can't go without is food and water. So if you don't have the means to get it, and everybody else that got the device can get it, but it only gets only a certain amount of rations, they can't share with you. And they can't have you buy it for you because they only got so much.
Right. So that's like bringing it to the point of the love of many to where it's cold.
Yeah.
Because they ain't gonna be able to give, like, you know how people give now? You see people doing food drives, doing all this and that. Like in that time, it's gonna be a wrap, you know, because God's gonna be a shortage of everything.
And you're gonna be demonized for not having it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be looked at some type of bioterrorist.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna be looked at as somebody that doesn't want progress to move forward. You're the reason why things are happening.
Yeah, you're in the way.
You're in the way, basically.
Yeah.
So you're gonna also be coerced. What do they call it? Peer pressure. You're gonna be peer pressured into actually taking it. That's gonna be part of Esau's scheme to get a lot of people to take it. You know.
That's why faith is important.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say, water. So they said, because you have kept the word of my patience. So pretty much, what's that? Building up your spiritual bank account.
Yeah.
So when the time of hell comes, the time of perilous times comes, you have something to grow out of your account.
Good.
You know, the Lord said, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, you're going to lift a standard against it. You know, and everything, when we read in the scriptures, all these prophecies that you read in these different books, they're all tied together. You know, it speaks about a flood. It don't say truth, but we know by precept upon precept that those floods are talking about the truth. Revelation chapter 12, you know, Luke chapter 19, you know, Matthew 24. You shall see Jerusalem compassed about with armies. You know, so all these things, all of these different prophecies in these different books of the scriptures tell us everything that's going to take place.
Was it also second and 16?
Yeah.
Is it a truth that shall be kindled against thee? What is it called?
Oh, you talking about the multitude?
Yeah, multitude. Yeah, burning wrath. Yeah. You saw the
You
truth.
can bring it up.
You know. Yeah, I'll bring that out. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 68.
Yeah.
For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols.
Yeah. And then the idol part is what? ID. Because you got two idols there, IDLE and IDOL. IDLE is idol where you're not moving. You're concentrated in one area. Right, and that's what? These different detention centers, you know, that they got all throughout the country.
Concentration camp.
Yeah.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah.
They built that in 8 days. And I forget the Attorney General that basically said we're looking at actually expanding that to all the different states. You know, all different states to actually build these, to have all these different alligator Alcatraz detention centers in all these major cities. Why is that? Because they're setting the stage for people to fight against them, and then for them to throw their ass in the detention center.
Out of what?
Yeah. And they made that in 8 days.
Yeah, and what they're doing too is the legislation that's being passed is moving everything in that direction. These devils know how to maneuver them, but it's not just because that they know how to do it. The Lord gave them that power.
You know about some outside. Go right back to 2 Ezra. People not moving on stuff.
Yeah.
So they said that.
And that's why they passed this legislation. They know at the beginning people are going to be against it.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't care about that. All they care about is passing the legislation, having it on the books.
Yeah. You know, these are like testing the water.
Right. Because a lot of those legislations are very ambiguous. You know, they're open-ended.
Yeah.
They don't never define points. Right. You know why? Because they're open to interpretation. And that's the way Esau likes it. That's why he took, when Paul Warburg wanted to pass the Federal Reserve bill, right? He said, we just got to, what's that?
Warburg Act?
No, the first one was the Aldrich bill, and they shot it down because Nelson Aldrich was known to be a part of big business. So Paul Warburg told him that's not a good idea, but he didn't listen to big head Edomite. So the next one, they came in with the Federal Reserve, And they already read the bill. And there were certain provisions they didn't want him to be able to pass it. So he took out a lot of those provisions, right? And then the other dickhead, Aldridge, he said, no, we don't want those. And they said, look, we just want them to pass it.
Yeah.
Once it's passed, then we can add the other, amendments to it. Right.
Got something I got a little piece of quick information.
Bring it out.
So I Googled what will happen to anyone that doesn't comply with the New World Order. So it says there are two primary ways the term New World Order is used, and the consequences of not complying would differ significantly depending on the interpretation. Geopolitical concept. In this context, the NWO refers to shifts in the balance of power and global cooperation between nations. If a country does not comply with international agreements or norms, it might face consequences like diplomatic isolation, sanctions, or strained relations with other countries, which is already going on. It says conspiracy theory. The NWO conspiracy theory postulates that a secret cabal of global elites is orchestrating a totalitarian one-world government to control the global populace and suppress individual freedoms.
Look, man, how is it conspiracy if you go on the back of your dollar bill and see it?
Right. Right.
Like
Novos Moto Support.
yeah.
And what's the other one?
What to do
And annual collectors.
Yeah, because that's always showing the dollar. So how is it conspiracy when you can, you know what I'm saying, bam.
They go that dollar bill.
So how can it be a conspiracy
When you printed it on your money, when you declaring it.
you see?
And then when you try to ask ChatGPT, it says, no, that's not why they put it on there. It's for other reasons. Like, which is bullshit. Because this thing is a talisman. And it's full of all kind of hidden little messages. And symbolism.
You know, folded certain way and certain images.
Yeah, they said, bro, they folded one way.
You saw
$20 bill.
Yeah.
You know all about that.
Yep. It says, in this theoretical scenario, non-compliance could be met with severe repercussions like detention and concentration camps or suppression of dissent through technological means like microchips.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Hold it. Daniel 12 and 4.
Gotcha.
And then we gotta come back. You gotta read that again.
Gotcha.
See, because everything is based off of technique. That's why back when it was seen and written, they didn't have those terminologies.
Nope.
The technical terms you have today. You got it.
This is Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the word and seal the book.
Right, because it was a mystery for a long time. Go ahead.
Even to the time of the end.
So when the time of the end came,
Right.
it started speaking.
Like
And not
Apple,
lying.
second chapter.
That's it.
Like Apple, second chapter.
Go ahead.
Many shall run true and full, and knowledge shall be increased.
And knowledge shall be increased. That's that text. So even this, what the information you got there, even they know that they're going to coerce you or make you do it by force through the technology that they possess. And they even gave you an example. You got it.
It says non-compliance could be met with severe repercussions. You gotta paint the picture. Could be met with severe repercussions like detention and concentration camps or suppression of dissent through technological means like microchips and surveillance. Those who believe in the conspiracy theory may also be at risk of violence from those who see themselves as resisting this perceived threat. Here you go.
Brother got Revelation 13, 11. Now, I had a quick one, but I bring Revelation up. No, if you got something, bring it up. We'll get
That was it on that.
Because see, that right there shows you that if you don't comply, you might get hurt.
That's it.
You will get hurt.
Yeah, Mike. That's what
Ain't
it's all
no
about.
Ain't no might in the Hebrew.
I know.
Except for strength.
That's right. Yes, sir.
This is Psalms chapter 94 and verse 20. So the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framing mischief by a law. Right, because Esau's the one that's framing mischief by a law. So the Lord is saying, are you going to continue to rule? You're framing this by law. Here it is, you're getting these people to break the law, to do stuff contrary to the scriptures, especially the Israelites, because of the legislation you passed. So you're supposed to be the ruler. You're supposed to be the ruler, but you're causing the people to go astray. That's why I said, go into that, put his bottle.
I got that one.
Okay, now go ahead.
I got Isaiah 10.
Okay, now bring that out. The other ones that walk to them and put in the Bible for his neighbor. That's an effective truth. You know? Why? Because here it is. Yeah, they're going to be destroyed, but you're putting the very thing that's going to destroy them in their face to make them do it. And tell them that it's okay to do it.
I got that one. Bring it out.
Hey, brother, in the spirit, it's double dutch, baby.